Vietnam, when you hear that name, what do you think of? Lush green rice fields, busy cities, a long and interesting history. Vietnam is all of these things. It's a country shaped by what happened in the past, a mix of old traditions and new dreams. From the tall mountains in the north to the wide Mekong Delta in the south, Vietnam is beautiful and its people are just as diverse. This country has seen empires come and go and many tough times, but its people are strong. Come with me on a trip through Vietnam. We'll explore its history, visit its exciting cities and try its delicious food. We'll meet the people who made this country what it is. Let's discover the heart of Vietnam together. Our trip starts in the north, in the Red River Delta, which spreads out like a huge green blanket. Let's go back in time, way back to an era where the land we now call Vietnam was ruled by powerful kings and queens. These rulers left behind a legacy that still echoes through the ages. Imagine the grandeur of their courts, the intricate designs of their palaces, and the reverence they commanded from their subjects. You can still feel their power in the old temples and forts all over the country. These structures stand as silent witnesses to a time when these rulers shaped the destiny of their people. One of these kingdoms, called Ao Lak, started in the Red River Delta over 2,000 years ago. This fertile region became the cradle of Vietnamese civilization. The rulers, the Thuc dynasty, helped create a Vietnamese identity. They laid the foundations for the culture, traditions, and values that continue to define Vietnam today. Another powerful kingdom, Champa, thrived on the coast of central Vietnam. The Cham people were known for their seafaring skills and their ability to build impressive structures. The Cham people were great sailors and traders. Their ships sailed far and wide, establishing trade routes that brought wealth and prosperity to their kingdom. They built amazing temples and cities that showed off their wealth. These structures, with their intricate carvings and grand designs, are a testament to the Cham's architectural prowess. These kingdoms are gone now, but they left a big mark on Vietnam. Their influence can still be seen in the country's architecture, art, and cultural practices. We can see it in the buildings, the art, and even the language. The legacy of these ancient kingdoms is woven into the very fabric of Vietnamese society. Imagine the busy ports of Champa. These bustling hubs of commerce were filled with ships from distant lands, bringing exotic goods and new ideas. Ships full of spices and silk came from faraway lands. These goods were highly prized and played a crucial role in the economy of the kingdom. Picture the markets where traders from India, China, and other places exchanged goods. These vibrant marketplaces were a melting pot of cultures and ideas. The air smelled of incense and spices. The sounds of haggling and the sight of colorful goods created a lively atmosphere that was unique to these ancient markets. These ancient kingdoms shaped Vietnam's culture and made it unique. Their legacy continues to influence the country, reminding us of a time when kings and queens ruled the land. Our trip continues on the Reunification Express, a train that goes all the way from Hanoi in the north, a bustling city filled with history and culture, to Ho Chi Minh City in the south, a vibrant metropolis known for its dynamic energy and modern skyline. This train ride isn't just a way to get around, it's an adventure. Passengers can enjoy the scenic views from their windows, making the journey as memorable as the destination. As the train heads south, the view outside changes dramatically. The landscapes transform from urban settings to serene countryside. We leave the busy northern cities and see bright green rice paddies, rolling hills and small villages. Each scene tells a story of Vietnam's rich agricultural heritage. Imagine looking out the window. Farmers are working in their fields, wearing cone-shaped hats to keep the sun off. These hats, known as non lei, are iconic symbols of Vietnamese culture. Water buffalo relax in muddy ponds, a common sight in rural Vietnam. These gentle giants are essential to the farming community. Kids wave and smile at the train, their faces lighting up with joy. It's a heartwarming reminder of the simple pleasures in life. This train ride shows you all sides of Vietnam, the beautiful nature, the hard-working people, and how the past and present are connected. It's a moving tapestry of life. As we get closer to the Mekong Delta, things change again. The landscape becomes lush and green, filled with dense vegetation. The air feels wet and we can smell the ocean. The humidity and mist create a unique atmosphere that is both refreshing and invigorating. This is a land of rivers where life goes with the tide. Boats glide along the waterways, and the rhythm of the river dictates the pace of life here. Section 4. Hanoi, where history meets hustle. Our train arrives in Hanoi, Vietnam's exciting capital city. Stepping onto the streets of Hanoi is like a party for your senses. You smell street food, hear motorbikes everywhere, and see a mix of colors and movement. Hanoi is where history and modern life meet. Old temples are next to tall skyscrapers. The past is still alive here. The heart of Hanoi is the Old Quarter, a maze of small streets that are hundreds of years old. You can find shops selling silk, crafts and spices. You'll hear people bargaining and smell strong Vietnamese coffee. At night, Hanoi is magical. People eat dinner at little tables on the street. Red lanterns light up the temples. Hanoi is a city that never sleeps, a place where the past and present live together. Section 5. Ho Chi Minh City, the pulse of modern Vietnam. From Hanoi we go south to Ho Chi Minh City, the busy city once called Saigon. If Hanoi is Vietnam's heart, Ho Chi Minh City is its energetic soul. The city loves modern things. Tall buildings reach the sky, and the streets are full of the sounds of traffic. Ho Chi Minh City is full of surprises. Among the new buildings you'll see fancy French buildings from the past. The city is all about business, with busy markets and street sellers with everything you can imagine. When the sun goes down, Ho Chi Minh City really wakes up. The streets turn into restaurants and people enjoy Vietnamese food. The nightlife is famous with rooftop bars and amazing views. Ho Chi Minh City is another city that never sleeps. It shows how Vietnam is always moving forward. Section 6. A tapestry of flavors, Vietnamese street food. You can't visit Vietnam without trying the street food. It's an essential part of the culture and a true culinary adventure. Vietnamese food is full of amazing flavors. Each dish tells a story of tradition, family, and the love for fresh ingredients. It uses fresh herbs, strong spices, and interesting textures. The balance of sweet, salty, sour, and spicy flavors is what makes it unique. From the famous pho to the simple banh mi sandwich, each bite is a burst of flavor. Vietnamese street food is a delicious adventure. It's not just about eating, it's about experiencing the vibrant street life. Imagine sitting on a small stool on the street. The atmosphere is lively and the air is filled with the aroma of cooking food. You smell the yummy food cooking. The sizzle of the grill and the steam rising from pots create a sensory feast. You take a sip of pho and the hot broth feels good. It's comforting and packed with flavors from hours of simmering. The noodles, beef and bean sprouts taste great together. Each ingredient complements the other perfectly. Then you try a banh mi, a Vietnamese sandwich with grilled pork, pickled vegetables and cilantro. It's a perfect blend of textures and flavors. The crispy bread, juicy meat and tangy vegetables are so good. Each bite is a delightful mix of crunch and tenderness. And don't forget fresh spring rolls. These are light, refreshing and packed with fresh ingredients. These rice paper rolls are filled with noodles, fresh herbs and meat or tofu, and you dip them in a tasty sauce. The combination is simply irresistible. Vietnamese street food is more than just a meal. It's a fun experience. It's about sharing food with friends and family and enjoying the moment. It shows how much Vietnamese people love fresh food.